Hey, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. I'm Jenna, and welcome to Heels, Scrubs, and Running Shoes. It's my first video, so bear with me. But yeah, the reason for the name for my video is because I have two careers, and I love to jog. So if you'd have told me at 40 that at 58 I would be working two careers and recently picked up jogging, I would have laughed. I just wouldn't have believed it. So there's that. And then there's the animal lover. So there's my two jobs, and I love to run, and I love animals. I have always been a dog lover, um, like cats, but only had them as a child, and they were not really inside cats. They were mostly outside cats. And after having many dogs, not at the same time, but over the years, the last two that I had, and I actually had these two at the same time, I had two corgis, Tex and Lilibel. Tex lived to be about 11 and a half, and he developed, it's the equivalent of like Lou Gehrig's disease, but for dogs. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it right now, but we can circle back on that if you want to know more about it. But he lost function of his little back legs, and it was eventually going to work its way up his spine. So we tried that. He was on this little wheelchair, with little wheels and such, and but had to make a tough decision when he was about 11 and a half. His quality of life was diminishing, so it was time to let him go. So still had Lilibel, uh, and sadly, at about 4.5 years old, she was diagnosed with lymphoma. And long story short, I won't talk about that one too much. Either one of them, I'll start getting weepy. But anyway, I lost the Libelle in about 18 months after I lost Tex, and had to have her put to sleep due to the cancer. So my heart was so broken. I said, I will never have another pet. I can't handle it. It hurts my heart too much. And so it ended up not too long after that. I live in an area where there tends to be quite a few stray cats, and not everyone maybe is as responsible as they should be. And there's litters of kittens that are born, and there's people aren't getting their pets spayed or neutered. So there was this little tabby cat that came up, and fell in love with him. Very skinny, emaciated, and actually had a worm, like embedded under his skin. And anyway, he ended up having surgery, and he became an amazing cat. Loved him dearly. His name was Corn Pop, but we nicknamed him Neem. That's a long story, but cute story. But he became Neem, and he was kind of like our little all-knowing guru in the house. He was, kind of the wise one. But even with all that wisdom, he only lived to be about 3.5. It turns out he had a heart defect. Uh, um, so he threw a blood clot, and had to have him put down. So once again, I'm like, never having another one. Never, never. It hurts too much. And then this little orange and white cat, a little creamsicle, I'll call him, showed up on my front porch. I literally opened my door one day and thought, who are you? And here's this guy. And I'll show you him later. He's running around somewhere. What a darling he is. He was incredibly sick. Probably, according to the vet, he might have had a week left. And I have pictures that I can share, but incredibly emaciated. He had double ear infections, and respiratory infection, and feline herpes, and everything. He just had everything. virusy and bacteria and sick fella, but what a precious little spirit. I mean, he just started what I call chirping from the moment I opened the door. I couldn't believe this little kitten could be so friendly and social and so sick. And my son was astounded as well. I mean, it brought tears to your eye. So anyway, he is he's my little champ. So he just turned a year old in May. So we're in July now of 2026. So he just turned a year old. And what a wonderful baby he is. And now here we are. Another kitten showed up. Um, very tiny, probably 6 weeks old, incredibly emaciated, and had a horrible, come to find out, ulceration in one of his eyes. So my current cat's name is Baby Jean, and now I have Baby John. Baby John, the little 6 week old, found him a week ago, and his little life has been very hard. In the 6 weeks he's been on this earth, but he's doing well. He's eating well. I mean, it took him to the vet the next day after I found him. I had to. He was very weak, but he is getting healthier by the day. He sadly, 3 days ago, he had to have surgery to remove his little eye. So the ulceration on his eye advanced, and it can ultimately make them, go septic. So anyway, had to have his eye removed, and he's got his little staples. So I've got a little pirate kitty now too. He's in a little cone. He's doing well. He's sleeping now, and just a little angel. So I've got my little nursery room set up for him and for baby John. And then I have, baby Jean, who, can run all over the house, but I'm keeping them separated right now because I just need to kind of see where we are with baby John and if he has any other ailments. The the cornea ulceration that he had on his eye, scratch, maybe, probably they think due to a virus. I did not know that like feline herpesvirus would do that and make them lose their eye. I mean, to have an ulceration, I knew they would get like conjunctivitis. I've dealt with that in the past, but yeah, here we are. And that's my babies. So I've got my two jobs. I love to run, and I've got my two babies, my inside babies. So that's where I'll end that. My little cat. So yeah, I love animals. Back to my job. I kind of pull the curtain back on that. I am an executive assistant. I've been doing that for all of my career. I still love it. It's very challenging. Taking care of several executives, global time, multiple time zones, but it's fun. It's very demanding. Everything is urgent, it feels like most of the time. But that's the world of an executive assistant. If you are one, you know what I mean. And secondly, I wanted to diversify my career a little bit. I've been laid off twice in my career, and it made me feel really vulnerable. So I went back to school. In the evenings, fortunately, I found a class for about 3 months, and I became a CNA. I'm a certified nursing assistant here and licensed in the state. And so I take care of patients in kind of a home health setting on the weekends. And I love it. It's been wonderful. Yeah, so I'm working 7 days a week. And I usually run 5 days a week in the morning, and work my executive assistant role 5 days a week for a big company. And then I work the home health on the weekends. Doing, kind of split shifts, morning and evenings. So I get a little break during the day for laundry and grocery shopping and any other, squeezing the errands that I need to run. So, but yeah, I guess I thought, looking back when I hit this age, I would be slowing down and I might be bored or I would want to do volunteer work. Absolutely. I'm not a person to just kind of find a hobby. I just have worked all my life. I like working. Um, and so yeah, here I am. Didn't know I'd have two jobs at this point in my life, but I like it. Um, and then my cat. So that's kind of taken on a whole role in itself, but that's just my heart. So yeah, my children are grown. I lost my husband when I was relative quite young. My children were young. Um, and I never remarried. I you work and the days turn to weeks and the weeks turn to months and the months turn to years and I'd have a date here and there. I got engaged for a little while, but that didn't work out. And that was after my children were grown and but along the way I was taking care of my mom until she passed away and time just got away from me and here I'm single and I like it. It's okay. I just never found the perfect person. And so clearly I don't know where I'd fit that in this point. So it's probably best that I'm just alone. And but I'm super fulfilled. Um, God's been very good to me, blessed me, lots of challenges, but he's been with me through all of it. And so yeah, I'm excited to share with you and kind of get to know you and visit. And I'm so thankful you joined me today. I learned so much from various YouTubers that I watch, and I love watching them, and I'm enriched at times with a lot of the YouTubers that I watched. And I thought I just wanted to kind of share with you, and um, you know, maybe I can help motivate or teach or just share. We can just share together. So I want to thank you so much for joining today. I have probably rattled on long enough. I'll make another video soon, probably in the next couple of days, and start digging a little deeper into my careers and maybe give some good tips along the way if you're interested. Put it in the comments below if you'd like to know anything about being an executive assistant, if you want to know anything about becoming a certified nursing assistant, um, or we could talk about cats, of course. And then there's running. I mean, it's become solace to me. I mean, it's really, every life is hard and we have frustrations and challenges and sometimes you just want to, yell or punch your pillow or something. And putting my tennis shoes on and going for a fast walk and a run is incredibly therapeutic for me. Incredibly. I ran when I was young, off and on actually, and then I've just got too busy and now I made a way to fit it in. And I literally just kind of force gumped and have my tennis shoes on. I'm going for a run today. That's literally how that happened. And that's been about 2.5 months ago. And I run about 2 miles 5 days a week. I give my knees and everything a break on the weekends, plus working my other job with my patient. I don't really because I start really early in the morning and then I work late at night with that split shift that I do. So yeah, so Monday through Friday, early in the morning, I get up, I go for my run, and I miss it when I can't do it. I run in the rain if I have to, but I live in the South. It gets really hot, so I actually prefer when it's raining to run in the rain. Because either way, I'm gonna come home wet. Whether it's rain or perspiration, I'm gonna come home wet. So anyway, we can talk about that too. And any tips you have for me, I would love to hear as we, kind of spend some time together. So anyway, thanks again for joining. Um, Excited to get to know you. I hope you're doing well. take care of yourself, hydrate, and get plenty of rest and eat well, and do something special for yourself. Yeah. And we'll talk again soon. Thanks.